How your lawn looks says a lot about you. So put your lawn care maintenance into the hands of someone who really cares. They're reasonable, experienced, reliable, licensed, and insured. They are Top-Notch Lawn Care of Toledo, Ohio. Commercial and residential services are available all year long. Call or text them today for a free estimate. Top-Notch Lawn Care of Toledo, Ohio. 419-708-0005. Top-Notch Lawn Care of Toledo, Ohio. Hey, this is Smooth Tim and Larry E, and welcome to another Tim's Tidbit show. And how the hell are you doing, Larry?
Good, man. I'm a little bit darker now. Been working outside. I don't quite look like the picture anymore. I'm the Cuban Larry.
The Cuban Larry?
Cubano.
I'm hearing a little bit of stutter in your reception. Can you hear me well?
Yes. Me llamo Larry.
Okay. I can hear you well now. So, man, I'll tell you, it might be hot up there, but it's been rainy up here. All I can think about is my grass has been growing like it's been going out of freaking style.
It rained real hard for the last couple of days, but it stopped. So, but this is Texas.
Texas is Texas. I was telling the Queen the other day, we was taking a ride. And I said, this is what I missed about up north when I was down in Texas, is there just trees every freaking place, all kinds of varieties, and it's like, and I mean, Texas has trees, but I mean, not a whole heck of a lot of them.
You got traffic, crap. It's almost like a tree.
Almost like a tree, but you can't, no good shade, and you can't picnic under them.
Nope, can't picnic on the highway. I'll tell
Not
you
a good idea. Hey, man, let's get a little bit into the night show. And I mean, obviously, there's all kinds of tension still going on everywhere. We know that's in Ukraine and still what Russia's doing over there. And I guess, they may or may not be pulling back a little bit, or they're going to negotiate. Who the hell knows, right? Mm-hmm. That just seems, how long? That's been like 3 months now, right? Something totally ridiculous. But anyhow, again, we still have to worry about, what's going on with, North Korea, South Korea, China, Taiwan. And anyhow, Biden was responded to the China's missile tests. And when they was asked, a reporter asked him a question. Listen to this.
President Biden this morning unequivocal with his stunning response to a question whether he'd be willing to defend Taiwan militarily if China were to invade.
Yes.
You are?
That's the commitment we made. But the idea that it can be taken by force, just taken by force, is just not appropriate.
Those comments appearing to break with U.S.'s longstanding policy of strategic ambiguity on Taiwan. The White House quickly clarifying that our policy has not changed, reiterating the U.S.'s existing position to sell arms to Taiwan to defend itself. Still, it's at least the third time President Biden has said the U.S. would use force to defend Taiwan. Overnight, one of several critical comments about China's expanding reach, making reference to the war in Ukraine, saying the world cannot let up in sanctioning Russia.
What signal does that send to China about the cost of attempting to take Taiwan by force? They're already flirting with danger right now by flying so close.
After an earlier trip to the opulent Imperial Palace to visit with Japan's emperor, President Biden also turned his attention to kitchen table issues at home, insisting a recession is not inevitable.
Does that mean we don't have problems? We do. We have problems that the rest of the world has, but less consequential than the rest of the world has them because of our internal growth and strength.
And acknowledging record gas prices will not come down overnight.
This is going to be a haul. This is going to take some time.
China quickly responded to President Biden's comment that the U.S. would defend Taiwan militarily, expressing, quote, strong dissatisfaction with his remarks, adding China will, quote, take firm actions to safeguard its own sovereignty and security interests, and we will do what we say.
Why is China trying to safeguard their own sovereignty? What's up with that?
Sovereignty? Well, because
I don't know why I can't pronounce that word.
They're still
Sovereignty.
thinking, they still got in their head, and I mean, for whatever reason, that, yeah, Taiwan is a part of China. And it's kind of like what's going on over in Ukraine with the same thing with, Putin's viewpoint on Ukraine. It once was a part of Russia, and then, when all that segregation happened and they all went their separate ways. And
so why is it a problem now with China and Taiwan? Just because he decided to take over something?
Because this leader,
like
doesn't want to let go of it. Kind of like with Putin, he doesn't want to let go of it, and he wants to pursue it. And yeah, it's kind of like a one-man war that can. Hey, when you're the leader of a country and you're a little bit off the hinge.
Man, Tim, I think it's so trivial. I really do. And I get mad when I hear about these leaders making these unethical and just emotional decisions. I'm like, it's just bad business for the country, bad business for the world, because that's what we are. As a world is a business. This whole world is a business. This whole world is supposed to be a union in a business. We're all supposed to profit off of each other when it comes to our strengths, and then our weaknesses, we profit off somebody else and find a way to make us strong. See what I'm saying? With the trading and stuff like that. But what they're doing is bad for business, period. Okay? It's bad for business. It's hurting everybody. Let's go past the lives that it's hurting. There's people that are dying over this, but think about the economy and everything else. It's bad for business, Tim.
Well,
that's
sometimes,
not how the world's supposed to operate during these times, 2022.
I don't know what the real economic gain is. When you say business, I don't know what the necessary economic gain is in Taiwan to, China or China. I don't understand what.
Well, when I mean by business, I do mean by relations when it comes to trading and stuff like that, and working out economic deals in order for a country to sustain itself and continue to move forward. That's what I mean by that.
Absolutely.
But,
I get it. I get it with what Putin wanting to take over. That area. I mean, it's oil rich. It's farm rich. It's got ports.
Yeah, the way he's doing it.
Yeah, the way he's doing it is terrible. But it is, economically, there's a lot to gain by taking control of that country.
Well, he can take control of it. I'm like, but you got to be smarter, because think about, he's the president. He runs the whole country. He should be smarter. That's what CEOs do. He's basically a CEO, president or whatever. I'm like, come on, everybody can eat. Everybody should be eating, but evidently, I guess, it's at the end of the day, it's a pissing contest.
There you go, because you're exactly right. So not only is, we're making remarks that we'll get into the fight if China and Taiwan get into it. We still know that there's problems with North Korea and South Korea.
We still got issues in the United States.
So wait, what do we do, Larry? The smart thing that we would do is, well, let's go have a joint military exercise with them just to prove a point. So check this out.
South Korea and US missile units conducted live-fire drills of surface-to-surface missiles, firing a Hyunmoo-2 of South Korea and an ATACMS of the United States towards the East Sea. We demonstrated the rapid strike capability of the combined forces to deter further provocations from North Korea. Our military show of force was intended to highlight our resolve to firmly respond to any North Korean provocations, including an ICBM launch, and our overwhelming capability and readiness to conduct a surgical strike on the origin of the provocation.
So what is that?
That's Taiwan?
That was South Korea. That was the U.S. and South Korea having joint military exercise with those short range missiles, and it's I don't get it. I mean, it's almost like we're looking for a fight someplace.
I got missiles, you got missiles, he got missiles, she got missiles, they have missiles. Hey, how come they should shoot the missiles at the people that they're having problems with? Now, one time have I seen them bomb exactly where Putin is. They bombing everything else, but where Putin, you know what I'm trying to say? And during the wars, they bomb everything else, but they never bomb where the issue is, where the people are hiding. And then the local leaders, they go into hiding, and everybody else suffer. And then everything gets over and said and done. They come back out and stand up with their suits on and start talking all that crap. Get the hell out of here, man.
I do find
trash.
I do find it kind of funny, as you said, they come in and they wipe stuff out, and you look at what they do to the infrastructure of a country, whether the bombing up the railroads, the bridges, their roads, whatever the case may be.
You got to fix it again.
You got to fix it again. That's going to cost you so much money.
It's going to cost you just as much as you did to bomb it. So why even bombing and blow it all up? Why blow up houses and bombs and kill people that you can use if y'all get into the right talks and just merge everything together like a business should merge? Now you got to rebuild all this crap. It's going to cost billions.
Yep. No matter who ends up in control of it, Larry, you're 100% correct.
You got to fix that crap. You ever seen somebody get mad and punch a hole in the wall and hurt their hand when they got to punch it back downstairs? They can punch on.
Yep. You got one of them?
Don't get mad and punch the wall. Go punch the punching bag. Now your hand is broken. Then you got to fix the wall.
You got a punching bag?
Yeah, I got a punching bag.
Because I know you
go punch the punching bag.
I know you ain't gonna go with your wife because she'll whip your butt.
I got hands. I still got it.
I know your wife.
She got some squabs on. Got some squabs on.
She'll whip your butt, Larry. Tell the truth.
She got squabs on her. But it makes sense though. Don't get mad and punch the wall and mess your hand up and put a hole in the wall. You gotta fix it.
It's a good point. I understand your point. You're 100% correct.
These guys are idiots, man. And they're leaders. They run the country.
Hey, I don't know, man. Speaking of leaders, Ron DeSantis, Florida's governor, and we've talked about this guy before. He does all kinds of crazy shit.
But assholes of the week.
He may as well be. But he signed a bill wanting to legislate social media, your Twitters and your Facebooks. But check out the contents of this bill and let's discuss this.
DeSantis signed a bill today cracking down on big tech censorship. That's what he calls it. It's an issue he's passionate about. He says companies like Twitter and Facebook have too much power to silence voices they disagree with. Fox 13's Josh Cassio is live in Hillsborough County. And so exactly what is this new law expected to do, Josh?
Yeah, his whole point is this is going to, in his words, stop social media censorship. It's going to win a lot of points for Governor DeSantis among folks who feel attacked by social media companies. Now, Floridians, he says, can fight back.
with a stroke of his pen signing SB 7072, Governor DeSantis says Florida is now the first state to officially hold big tech accountable.
This is not how a free society should operate. They use secret algorithms and shadow banning to shape debates and control the flow of information, but yet they evade accountability by claiming they're just neutral platforms.
The new law requires tech companies to publish censorship standards and apply them across the board. It also allows Floridians who are deplatformed the ability to sue.
Courts may award up to $100,000 in damages for each proven claim. These protections aren't just for elite, but for everyday people, millions of people.
The bill, which the governor believes will spur more speech, not less, was sponsored by Hernando Representative Blaise Ingoglia.
Make no mistake about it, this is a consumer protection bill. Our Floridians are being hurt by these big tech oligarchs.
If you want to argue that the terms of service are somehow unfair, then make that argument.
Says Al Tompkins, a senior faculty member at the Poynter Institute in St. Pete. The new law does have its share of detractors. Some have gone as far as to call it unconstitutional.
I don't know how you can have it both ways, to do something about hate speech and disinformation, but at the same time have no mechanism to hold somebody responsible when they post that kind of stuff.
Well, what's your opinion on that?
I think it's stupid. You got a lot of other things you can pass laws for. Why would you focus on social media? Somebody paid him to do that.
No,
he pocket some money from that.
Well, from some of these people like AIE Trump, who was banned off of the platform, because of the hate that he perpetuated.
Yeah, it's a political move. It has nothing to do with Facebook or social media itself. It's a way for him to find an opening for him to get more votes and find a way for politicians to have more freedom of speech on an open platform, basically.
Without restriction.
That's all it is. It's all bullshit.
So,
it ain't no, he said he's protecting consumers. He ain't protecting us.
Well, they did take it to an appeals court. And
that's stupid, man.
Let's listen to what happened in the appeals court ruling.
Hey, a federal appeals court ruled a Florida law meant to punish social media platforms is unconstitutional. Governor DeSantis signed that law last year. It would let Floridians sue if their access is unfairly restricted, allow the Attorney General to take action against tech companies, and allow the state to fine companies for removing a political candidate. So far, the governor's office has not responded to the ruling.
So they passed the law. I don't know. Did it go through with the abortion rule?
Oh, down in Florida, I don't know what's. Yeah, they've got the. They've got the abortion ban. They've got the don't say gay ban.
That's not unconstitutional. They making up this propaganda, this language and terminology to just throw people off. At the end of the day, who gives a rat's ass about you being banned on Facebook? Nobody wants to see that hate and race crap on Facebook. We see it enough on a daily basis.
Yeah, you do. You see it every day, and you don't need somebody perpetuating hate.
Facebook's supposed to be fun. Twitter's supposed to be fun. A way to reconnect with people that you haven't seen in a long time, family members a long way. Basically, Facebook and Twitter is a way to show off, and a way to it's like a digital letter.
Right.
It's like a digital postcard.
I look at it kind of like a journal.
Yeah, it's like entertainment. That's all it's supposed to be.
What's that person into? What are they doing? And it's not to spread hate or just,
No, that's not what it's for. Think about it. It's kind of like Mother's Day. If anybody knows what Mother's Day was originally about, a lady designed Mother's Day to celebrate her mother. And it got blown out of proportion and went commercial. Same thing as Easter. Same thing as Christmas. Anything that's good usually get blown out of proportion. And then at the end of the day, the people who really want to have fun and with it suffer. Like social media, people that really want to have fun with it and use it for advertisement, which is not expensive, are suffering. So
right.
Even Facebook, you use Facebook right now. Am I right? We're using it.
We're using it at this present time. But and I think Zuckerberg, he's the one that came up with Facebook. Yes, it like Yale, Harvard, one of these schools, as a alternative to a yearbook. And it just kind of went crazy from there. People could keep up with each other, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And it just grew into this monster that it is today.
And then politics got involved.
Mm-hmm. Because they saw the ability with this type of a platform.
Yeah.
Yes.
They saw the power of weak-minded people to be on these pages and on these social media sites. They found weak-minded people that'll fall for their bull crap, and then they just used them and ran with them, and people fell for it. And stupid, man. I'm surprised they ain't censored us. I'm waiting for them to censor us.
Think about the other point that we talked about, was it last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, when we was talking about Elon Musk wanting to back out of Twitter because a high percentage of the tweets, or whatever you want to call them, are bots.
Mm-hmm.
So, and think of the same thing. If you had unregulated, uncensored, propaganda being spread on all these media sites, I mean, a bot could just flood you with all kinds of shit that's not true.
Well, you know what, though? I think that it kills me how racist people want to commingle with people that are not racist. They need to have their own separate shit. Call it hate book or something.
Hate book.
Everybody that want to hate, get on hate book. You know what I'm saying? Black, white. If black people don't like white people, get your ass on hate book.
Hate book, man.
If white people don't like black people, get on hate book. Mexicans don't like blacks. Blacks don't like Mexicans. All the haters need to be on hate book, and then that's all they can do is just hate on each other all day. Hate book.
You could you could have all races in it, and they're just hating on each other.
If you just want to hate, get on there. Like if I say you and I get into a beef, I say, okay, Tim, I'll meet you on hate book. If we on hate book, you do racial slurs and throw the shit and say
hate man.
Shit, then come on, man. The Facebook is meant to be beautiful. Twitter is meant to be beautiful.
It is. That's why I think they called it originally a social media platform. It was meant to stay socially active, and it sure has taken a big ass twist.
And it's wrong because I got turned on to Facebook a little bit down the line, and I was like, oh, it's cool because like my army buddies and friends and stuff like that, family members, I had a chance to reconnect with them, so I like it. All the racist hate stuff. Yeah, I don't. Even right now, I'm connected back with you again with the podcast.
Yeah, well, and I have friends I graduated with and grew up with. They're all over the country. I mean, so
it's fun. Facebook is
it's
fun.
nice to keep up with what they're doing.
Even if you're just trying to show off and throw something on somebody's face that treated you like crap when you were younger and you was nobody, now you halfway somebody, you're doing well, throw that shit in their face on Facebook or Twitter, Instagram. That's what this is for.
No, I got along well with everybody in school. I was a good guy. Well,
I got a couple of people ass I want to whoop because they better hope they run into me now because I can get them now.
Now you beefed up. Bring it.
Yeah, right. They need to be on hate book though.
Be on hate book. Make sure you need to start hate book.
It will be funny. get on hate book.
Talk about all the races. Everything.
Can you imagine getting on there just looking at the content and reading what they say and what happened? It'd be hilarious. I'll just laugh my ass off because
it'd be interesting.
I'm not racist, I'm not racist, but I see it and I know it exists and how it works. But that should be fucking hilarious because everybody will be on there. It's some hate shit that we ain't even seen yet. That they just because people ain't saying it because they don't want to get their ass whooped or they don't want to get in trouble at work or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You'd have to keep everybody. Yeah, you got to somehow protect them so you're not liable for all these murders.
Yeah, but it's hate book. You got to sign
you got to sign a waiver,
a digital sign, a system. What do you call that thing before you get on there?
Got a digital signature.
Digital signature saying anything that happens to me on hate book.
Ain't hate book's fault.
Fucking hate book.
Oh man!
Somebody
speaking of hate,
book.
let's move on, man. Guns in America, man. I cannot believe it. And then yesterday, yet again, yes, we have another tragic incident. And Biden was coming home from a trip overseas, obviously with this deal with Korea and China, all this shit going on over there. But on his way home, he stops to talk about this shit that went down in Texas. So listen to what he has to say.
I have to do this again. Another massacre. Uvalde, Texas. An elementary school. Beautiful, innocent second, third, fourth graders. And how many scores of little children who witness what happened see their friends die as if they're on a battlefield, for God's sake. Parents who will never see their child again, never have them jump in bed and cuddle with them. Parents who will never be the same. To lose a child is like having a piece of your soul ripped away. There's a hollowness in your chest. You feel like you're being sucked into it and never going to be able to get out. As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? When in God's name we do what we all know in our gut needs to be done?
When in God's name.
Tim, that's a tough one, man, because how do you prevent someone from committing a crime with a gun? How do you do that as a president, as someone of the Senate, as someone in the House of Representatives, someone as judicial or executive branch or legislative branch? How do you prevent a mother or a father? So how do you prevent it when that person is saying, I'm going to do it, and you have no idea it's going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
How do you prevent it?
Well,
you're going to get rid of all guns, period?
You're not going to be able to get rid of all guns, period. No, that's not going to happen. However, I think you make the availability of some guns limited, if not, illegal, depending upon your profession. And you have some type of a cool down period before you are able to purchase a gun. And you should probably go through some type of a gun safety course so you know how to handle the damn thing when you own it. But, that's not going to happen.
Not to sound pessimistic, but what do you do about a crazy-ass man, usually guys? What do you do about a crazy-ass guy that decides that I'm going to shoot some people up, shoot some kids up, shoot a church up, shoot a grocery store up, shoot some Asians up, shoot some blacks up, shoot some whites up, shoot some whatever the hell up?
You're right.
When he decides that, what do you do when they decide, I'm going to shoot a bank up, I'm going to go rob a bank, I'm going to go rob a bank and go down the road street with armor on and fight the cops?
I'm not saying you're going to be able to stop it, Larry. No, put some damn speed bumps in the street at least. That's all I'm saying. And, they're not going to do it. Let me show you why. This is why they're not going to.
Gun and ammo sales surged during the pandemic, and now they're spiking again, leaving some Valley businesses with empty shelves. ABC 15's Luz Delia Caballero finding out why and how long this firearm frenzy could last.
Folks at gun shops say there's no single reason why the numbers have jumped, but are certain sales won't slow down anytime soon.
Anytime we have instability, we get busier.
Byron Vaughn with Mo Money Pawn Shop says the pandemic led to a spike in sales. Now
it's tax time, of course. People have a little bit of extra money in their pockets.
And he also says the war in Ukraine is playing a role.
So anytime you have any time of uncertainty in the world, it's a comfort buy for most people.
Uncertainty that has caused backups in the supply chain.
7.62x3.9 ammo is becoming increasingly harder to find, so yes, it is going quicker.
That's the ammo AK-47s fire.
A lot of that ammunition is manufactured in Eastern Europe, so it's going to have a hard time getting into the United States because of it.
But he says increased demand and supply chain issues have made some ammo hard to find.
Things are sold out usually.
David Freeland has owned guns for more than 30 years.
You just try to buy it when you can get it. So you might buy a little more now because it may not be available later.
Freeland says knowing when to buy saves him money in the long run. As for guns,
concealed carry pistols are always our highest amount of, as far as percentage of weapons that are sold. But we do sell a lot of sporting rifles, AR-15s, AK-47s.
Vaughn says gun sales also tend to go up when the president's a Democrat, out of fear gun laws will be tighter.
It does definitely affect the sales, upward.
Luz Delia Caballero, ABC 15, Arizona.
Wait a minute. Now that's exactly why. Look, I mean, sales are freaking booming. Sales are booming. And the guy tripped me out when he says, well, yeah, we do make a lot of sales in our sporting rifle, AR-15s and AK-47s. I'm like, sporting rifle? Could you imagine going hunting with an AK-47?
You're trying to shoot doves or geese, you shoot that shit completely up. I have a good idea, and I have two people to blame. Let's blame those idiots that have those commercials with guns in it and they're shooting. The politicians, we've seen them. Let's blame them for that.
Part of
it. Because
they
perpetuating we're using guns to kill our competition. And then let's go ahead and blame the media for every time we have a gun violence issue, they blare it everywhere.
That is
they love
also true.
It gives idiots ideas to do the same thing somebody else did. Let's copycat this dick. No, we shouldn't be doing that. And another thing, he said something very smart. I don't know if I'm glad they can't censor since I said dick.
Go ahead.
He said something very smart. If ammo is hard to get, then we have a problem with guns. Since ammo is hard to get for some guns, it's less likely people will buy those guns. So why don't you have a law or have it where certain guns are limited to ammo and people will be less likely to buy those guns? And then there you go. Any kind of gun, if you're not military, police officer, or whatever, if you buy a gun like that, because they're not going to stop people buying guns.
No.
Limit the ammo. Limit the ammo. You can only buy X amount of ammo a year. You never see people going into a grocery store anywhere else with a shotgun or a handgun. It's always an AK-47 with a banana clip or 3 or 4 banana clips. It's all the same kind of weapon. Let's go ahead and limit the ammo. That's how you control guns.
And the clip capacity.
Clip capacity. Now, people get killed. Violence is violence. Okay, the black neighborhoods, white neighborhoods, residential. When it comes to domestic, guns are used all the time. People are going to die. Okay, but at the end of the day, mass shootings is always the same type of gun.
Yep.
Limit the ammo.
Yep. What this guy referred to as a sporting rifle. I guess depending upon what type of sport you're into.
Yeah, well, you sport to kill people. I guess people are mammals.
Perfect weapon.
Are we sport?
Yeah. Yeah, that one kind of got me. I was like, no, he didn't say that. I mean,
he's trying to protect his company to make money. He's smart.
But you know what? And then there's still people out there. I don't know. I was listening to your Governor Abbott down there in Texas.
Oh, shit.
Talking about the school shooting. He goes, there's nothing we could have done about it, so on and so forth. And he goes on. And then, he's got Beto down there kind of run against him this year. O'Rourke.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I like the Hispanic guy.
Yeah, the Hispanic guy that got all in trouble last time for what, calling some people fuckers or something like that. During the thing he was calling, these fuckers don't know what they're talking about.
I'm like, that's what hey, every Hispanic guy knows. They look, look, fucker.
I mean, yeah, but anyhow.
My homeboys, Hispanic homeboy, they'll hit you with a fucker real quick. That shit is hilarious to me. Okay. You get back serious.
But Beto confronted Abbott during his press conference, and they escorted him out. I mean, that's kind of irrelevant, but I want you to listen to what he had to say afterwards, because he's got a point.
I've talked to the parents in El Paso. I've talked to the parents at Santa Fe High School. I've talked to the parents in Midland, Odessa. They want us to do something right now. I want us to do something right now. We can do something right now. But if we continue to accept this, then it is on us. It's not just the governor's fault. It is on us. I'm not going to accept it. So I'm here. I'm calling attention to this, and I'm asking all Texans of good conscience, and I could care less whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, or an independent, to stand up right now for yourself, for your kids, for our families, and to stop the next shooting just like this one.
And what do you say to Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who says now is not the time?
An 18-year-old kid who doesn't have a driver's license can't buy a beer.
He should not have been able to buy an AR-15 right there. Do you want a solution? Stop selling AR-15s in the state of Texas. You want a solution? Have universal background checks. We don't have them. You want a solution? Red flag laws or extreme risk protection orders, which stop a shooting before it happens. You want a solution? Safe storage laws. Those are 4 solutions solutions that have been brought up by the people of Texas, each one of those has broad bipartisan support right now. We could get that done if we had a governor who cared more about the people of Texas than he does his own political career or his fealty to the NRA. And if you need any proof of that, check the schedule for the NRA's convention this Friday right here in the state of Texas. 5 of the worst mass shootings in U.S. history right in this state on his watch. What does he do about it? He goes to the NRA convention to brag about how easy he has made it to purchase guns in this state and to carry them publicly without a background check, without any training or vetting whatsoever. It is absolutely wrong. In fact, it is insane. The governor talks about mental health. It is insane that we allow an 18-year-old to go in and buy an AR-15. What the hell did we think he was going to do with that?
There you go. And not only that, not only the details on it is, Larry, this young man, he bought an AR-15 a few days after his 18th birthday. And then a few days later, went and got another AR-15. And those are the weapons that he took with him into that school. Now, how can you know, and he bought it from the same damn store. Now, that should raise a flag there. What do you need with 2 AR-15s?
They don't care. They're selling the gun and making money. They don't care.
It all comes down to just what he said.
They're gonna say freedom of what amendment is that? The right to bear arms?
Yeah, the Fourth Amendment. Yeah.
What amendment? Okay. They didn't say anything the right to buy ammo. One that make it where if you a universal check, say that you do a check and you can't buy the gun, you can't buy the ammo because of this.
Right.
Because something violence, you can't buy the ammo. You got to control the ammo. You can't control the guns. Forget that. But you can control the ammo. And why not have more of a police presence in these schools now? What happened? They took the prayer out of school. They took that out, and then you take out and you got to change. You got to be able to evolve with the times. Now you got to have these schools. You got to have security. You got to have security that's trained and prepared for something like this.
Well, you know, I heard, and I think it was either Abbott down there or what's your other knucklehead down there? Ted Cruz made the comment, you know, just like you, we need school resource officers. We need to fund the police, not defund the police, which I don't think defund the police are taking that out of context, but because I think people do want police presence. However, the sidebar to that was, or we could, you know, train the teachers. And I'm like, do I really want Mrs. Smith, you know, with a handgun in her handbag in class?
Yeah, well, no, I don't do that. They didn't go to college to shoot. They went to college to be a teacher, not to shoot.
Right, not to be, no. So, you know, that's just a bad idea. Do we need...
Yeah, you go to school to teach, not to shoot.
You know,
it don't make sense. Like, when you go to your job to work, not to fight, not to gossip or whatever. But it makes sense, though. They should do something. They have security officers, police officers at colleges. They have them in the VA hospitals. They have them in designated areas where they decide to have. They have them in Walmart. How can you have cops at Walmart to prevent somebody from stealing something that's already insured? But you can't have police officers at school, and you got our future leaders in these schools in certain grades. They got police officers in Walmart, pay them $30, $40 an hour to prevent you from stealing a bar of soap or some bag of chips, but you can't have a police officer at a damn elementary school knowing that they shooting up schools and stuff like that. You got them at these concerts with Travis Scott and them and all these the babies and I don't know a lot of white artists, Justin Bieber. You got them there.
You got to throw Justin Bieber in here. No ball into those guys.
I had to throw a white dude in there. Who was a Hispanic guy? That's the other guys. I got to play everybody right. You know, I put everybody in there.
We throw Aerosmith back in there, but Steven's back in rehab now.
Yeah, Pitbull. Yeah, everybody.
Did you see that? Yeah.
You pay for security for these big events. You go to a nightclub. They got security at the strip club. You got security at the strip club, but you can't have it at a school with our children, our future leaders. Get out of here with that crap, man.
You know what is kind of funny about what you just said? I'm thinking, you know, damn. We got to have, you know, some type of a security presence everywhere because we just don't know how to behave as a society.
Yeah, I'm like, does alcohol got to be involved in it?
Got to act a fool.
And I'm going to tell you something else that makes me mad at Trish Miller about gun laws. How come people want to go and shoot up places where people feel comfortable.
Oh, like school, churches, and stuff like that.
Schools, churches, nail shops, the grocery stores,
Massage parlors.
Why you ain't shooting up places why you ain't shooting up crack houses, trap houses? Why you not shooting up liquor stores and places that to destroy individuals' body and mind? How you not shooting up stuff like that? Why you not going around shooting up the KKK rally meeting buildings and stuff like that, or whatever they have? Why you not shooting that up? But you shooting up schools and places of sanctuary where people feel comfortable at. Come on, man.
Because they're busy on Hate Book doing stuff.
Yeah, Hate Book. He could have shot up 1,000 places, but why did he go to that school?
You can go to Hate Book and unload vent your anger. And
we need to go to Hate Book, man. I swear to God, we get on Hate Book to be on, baby, because it's wrong for what he did. It's wrong for what the government is doing. It is wrong across the board. And Beto, he's smart, but you got to watch out. He's a politician. He's picking his spots.
100%. Beto's a politician, but he's right with what he said.
Yeah, totally right what he said, but he's a politician.
Oh, when we were living down there, I liked his position on a lot of different things.
But he's Hispanic and he's in Texas.
Yeah, so he's got to be a sellout. Okay.
Politically, yeah, and whether he sells out or not, but still politically, Texas is not going to let that happen. This is a Republican state, and when President Barack Obama became president, everybody was like, "Oh shit." And then we got a black female president, somewhat.
Could happen.
Oh shit! Now this is Texas. Texas is we're not one of those states, so guess what? It ain't gonna happen.
No, yeah, and that is a very independent state. They kind of like to stay.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. No. He can try all he wants, but I doubt it. If he does, I'll vote for him. I swear to God, I'll vote for him.
I mean, I call him. I refer to Texas as a slow state. Yeah, I mean, it only took them. How many years did it take them to figure out that they should tell their slaves about Juneteenth?
They didn't want to tell them because they wanted to stay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They slow, but they slow. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell them niggas that shit.
Sorry, Texas.
But don't tell them. Don't
just
tell
keeping
them
it real,
shit,
Texas.
They gonna think they somebody. We don't want them to be nobody in Texas. We got to keep our state on the down low.
You heard?
R. Kelly ass state. Texas, R. Kelly state. That's what Texas is.
Is it?
On the down low.
Anyhow, hey man, back to the theaters. Can you finally believe it that now they're starting to release all these new movies, right?
We need some.
So how comfortable are you at going back to the movies?
I love it. I don't go that often now, but I want to go back, but I haven't found a lot of good movies to go back and watch.
Well, hey, I guess the summer blockbusters are coming out. Let's see what Hollywood is trying to do. Let's come back and chitty chat.
Okay.
A big week for Hollywood. Memorial Day traditionally kicks off the summer movie season, and as CBS 2's Tom Waite reports, studios are counting on a long-delayed blockbuster to kick off a pandemic rebound at the box office.
Good morning, aviators. This is your captain speaking.
Hollywood is banking on Top Gun Maverick, the Tom Cruise film the pandemic delayed for almost 3 years, to be one of the summer blockbusters, bringing audiences back to the big screen.
I love the experience of the movie theater. It's nothing like it. Like the surround sound, the popcorn, all of it.
To infinity and beyond. 2 years of the pandemic battered the box office. In 2020, revenue plunged 81% from the year before. In 2021, 61%. COVID halted production, closed many theaters, including Hollywood's famed Cinerama Dome, and kept audiences at home to stream. But a jam-packed summer slate could get cinema crowds to return.
It's going to feel just like the good old days because you're going to have a big blockbuster almost every weekend.
While this year's mega hits like Doctor Strange,
things just got out of hand,
are giving the box office a boost, the movie business is down 45% from 2019.
This is the first time I'm going to go to a movie theater after COVID. So, yeah, I'm so excited.
Entertainment journalist Scott Movie Mant says there are plenty of signs of a comeback.
The success of all these movies that we've now had, like Spider-Man and Doctor Strange and The Batman, is proof that people want to go to the movies. A movie is not a movie until it plays on the big screen.
Mance predicts Jurassic World Dominion will dominate the box office. But for many fans, the real star of the summer is movie houses.
I'm ecstatic that the theaters are open because it's my runaway place. This is where I go to run away from everybody.
Memorial Day weekend, the box office is expected to top $200 million, double that of last year. Tom Waite, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The blockbusters.
I agree with both of those ladies. Not the one with the big teeth, but the black lady and the white in the end, the older white lady.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like going to the movie theater. But
Man, the surround sound.
all of it, the whole atmosphere. But interestingly enough, you know, looking at some quick statistics, excuse me, 60% of Americans are still a little leery on, are saying they'd be okay to go to the movies. So you still have 40% rather that's leery.
Well, I went and saw Doctor Strange in the movie theater.
And was there a lot of people?
No, but usually, see, that I'm different though. I don't like.
We know you're different. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't like to go with a lot of people because when there's a lot of people, it's too many distractions. When you get blockbuster movies, see, I usually have to watch a movie 2 to 3 times because you miss stuff in the movie. A real good movie, so twists and turns, slick stuff, and you miss it.
Something
so I
subtle.
like to go. Yeah, I like to go when I'm by myself, so I don't have people talking or all that. I don't even like to go with my family. I like to go by myself first, and then I see it with them second.
Then let them know if it's any good.
Well, no. Honestly, I do my research. I ask people. I look at Rotten Tomatoes. They need to pay us for me saying that, and then I go by my. I like to go by my big movies. Now it's got to be something like Doctor Strange, Avengers, Jurassic Park. I'm a fan of that. It's got to be a big extravaganza, blowing up dinosaurs. It can't be like a love story or something.
No. It had to be something that, is worthy of the big
Terminator,
screen and all the surround sound, as you say, because they can really add some interesting effects.
I love the movies, man. It's I was depressed for a while because I wasn't allowed to go because that is my escape.
Oh yeah, we always enjoyed going to the dinner movie theater down there over in the Highlands.
Yeah, that's tight too. It's expensive now though. The first one I went to was in Virginia, and it was very nice. First, popcorn. They had more than popcorn. I was good at popcorn, but they had everything, and I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Got the Texas Bam. They up on game, so.
Oh yeah, I mean, the food is excellent. The movies are good. I mean, you get little reclining chairs with your little tabletop. Yeah. It's the way to watch a movie.
Well, honestly, Tim, I don't even care about the popcorn and soda. When I go to movies, I sneak shit in though.
Oh, you got
I sneak my own
pocket
stuff
full
in,
of candy bars.
Hey, back in the day when McDonald's 99 cents hamburgers, I sneak about 10 hamburgers in. Sodas and everything. Just clink, clink. I snuck a whole 40-ounce of beer in the movie theater. Saving Private Ryan, I snuck a 40-ounce of beer in there. Me and my homeboy, we was in the Army. We snuck it in there and got mad at the end when that dude let my boy get killed. Still mad.
Which movie?
Saving Private Ryan when it first came out.
Yeah.
I was in NTC training center down in California, Barstow, Painted Rock, and we snuck 2 40 ounces in there, and we was drinking 40 ounces before they did the drinking thing, the food thing. And I was so mad, and I dropped my 40 when I finished it. It rolled down the middle of the theater. It was crazy. People like this. What is that? We invented drinking alcohol in movie theaters. Me and my home.
Did you look around like it wasn't me?
Somebody found that bottle, was like, wait a minute, we should sell beer in the theater because of us.
And look, it's got barbecue rib sauce on it. We should sell ribs too.
Barbecue. I don't like barbecue.
Oh man, come on, Texas has the best barbecue.
Yeah, I don't like barbecue.
Man, you know what?
I like the sauce on the side though.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, there are 2 things that we miss down there. Is the barbecue and Babe's Chicken House.
Ooh. What about Big Red?
I never did that one.
What about Dairy Queen?
This Babe's is the only one, the chicken restaurant that we really, really liked.
Real Babe's. See, y'all didn't go to Williams Chicken. Y'all go to Williams Chicken?
Yeah. I wasn't that
That's just cheap. That's a cheap chicken. Then they got some spots in the hood that you didn't hear about. It's too late now, so I ain't gonna even tell you.
Too late now.
Yeah, places in the hood, you go down there and get your burger and get robbed. They get you for your burger. Crackhead robbed.
Getting your ass beat for a burger.
Yeah, it'd be good, but you get your ass beat, catch a bullet.
Hey, man, we are getting ready to wrap it up, and as usual, we love to ask exactly. Hang on a second here. Pow, pow, pow. Larry, can you give us a fitness tip of the week?
What's going on, everybody? My name is Larry Estelle from LRE Fitness. We keep LRE Fitness Solutions. We keep you moving. My tip of the week is make sure you stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. No matter whether you're young or you're older. Now, it's more than likely if you don't stretch and you go out there and run too hard or whatever you do too hard, you're going to pull a muscle. It's going to happen. So stretching is very essential when it comes to fitness, period. When you're younger, you can stretch a little bit less time, but when you're older, you want to go at least about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what you're going to do. And actually, you can actually do some stretches that correspond to what events you're going to be running that day. So if you train to do a sprints or whatever, you can do some sprint exercises, some high knees or whatever to simulate what you're doing to get warm. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't stretch if you're younger. You should stretch for an adequate amount of time. But when you're older, you make sure you stretch before. Stretch, stretch, stretch. You can check me out on Facebook at LRE Fitness Solutions and also on Instagram at LRE or Estelle Junior Larry. Check me out. Stretch.
Stretch. All right. That same thing Queen tells me every time before I go out and mow, before I go out and do anything. Tim, you're getting older. Stretch, stretch, stretch. So that is good advice. Make sure you people follow it. But you know what? The show is not quite over yet because we've got one more thing.
Asshole of the week.
Asshole of the week. So we get the asshole award up there, and then we get to see who is our asshole of the week. None other than Salvador Ramos, our school shooter down in Texas. This 18-year-old asshole took away, 12 kids, 2 adults?
They say it's up to 18 people now.
You know, I could give him Asshole of the Year award, actually. You know, that's just...
I'm upset not only because of the kids, because we don't know why.
Right.
But we should not always focus on the aftermath. We need to focus on the beginning because of why. If we can prevent the why, the aftermath won't happen. He's dead now. Why?
That's pretty deep, Larry, but you got a point.
Yeah, why? No matter who gets killed, you go to any kind of court proceeding, the family that's the victim and the person that's not there, they always want to know why.
Yeah, why?
When somebody said nobody give explanation, they just silent and they get life in prison or death. The people, they still want to know why. They want to know why, man. Why? Was it your parents that did you like that or this or this, this? What's the story? Why? They want to find some reason to either hate you for it or forgive you for it. Hate you more for it or forgive you more for it. If they don't hate you for it, they're trying to find a reason to forgive you for it. We got to start focusing on the why, not the aftermath. The aftermath is already done and said. Because if we don't find why, we're going to have more of these things happening.
Well, you know, they said on the news earlier, well, he was bullied.
Everybody's bullied. If you got a job,
everybody gets bullied.
Tim, if you have a job, you getting bullied. You don't bully me on your show. Okay. It's a show. But if you got a job or anything, people get bullied on the show. People get bullied. You get bullied you get bullied in traffic. You get bullied in life, period. That's part of life. You will be bullied. Bullied by your wife, by your husband, by your kids. You get bullied. That's not a good explanation. Okay. Everybody gets bullied. So what makes him so special that if he get bullied, he get to shoot all these damn kids and teachers and all? No, that's not good enough. No, it's not good enough.
Me either. Myself either. All I can say is, you know, as a closing, my hearts and prayers go out to all the family involved, the extended family, all. And yeah, yes. I mean, that's a small community, so I would imagine there's a whole lot of people going through shit with what happened.
Man, can you imagine? It's a kid. Some of those kids, whether they were good kids or knuckleheads, they were kids. They had potential. You eliminated all this potential. I'm not gonna say they could have changed the world because not too many people change the world, but they had potential to do something special.
One never knows, and one never will. Anyhow, that was a sad note to go out on. So you know what? Until next week, Larry and I will holler at you. So hey, peace, man.